Yep, next stream happening in 2 months or so. Because I probably won't even stream the elusive target in Hitman that's going on right now. I honestly have like zero interest in playing that game at the moment. Like, even if... I mean, the reason why I haven't been playing much over the past few months is the rating system is at the moment so fucked that you can't even tell what is supposed to be allowed and what isn't. And that just kills the game for me. Because I would like to... how should I say it? I would like to play it as optimally as possible. I feel like that's the fun part, just figuring out how to game the system. But if I don't know what the limits of the system are supposed to be and when they're supposed to get changed, then it feels pointless to play at the moment. But at the same time, even if that system was functioning as intended, whatever intended is in this situation, the current Hitman formula it really feels like it has gotten stale for me. Which is a damn shame, because I do realize that it's a really good formula that works well for Hitman. But I feel so done with it right now. And the only reason why I even launch the game these days is because of elusive targets, and I have no interest in actually doing them. I'm just doing them because they're elusive. So at this point I'm probably better off gambling and assuming that, hey, they're gonna do a second loop like a year from now, and maybe at that point I'll care again. Because at this point it's just... I feel like I've seen it. Many music fits my speech. But yeah, I think even in my original first impressions video I said that I would like to see some smaller levels, because especially like Mumbai's, it's getting pretty exhausting to play. And at this point I feel that way even more. I honestly kind of miss levels like Icon, even though it's like objectively one of the worst levels in the game. It is so much smaller, and it breaks the formula at least a bit in that sense. I'd like more of that. Like, I'm totally cool with have a fucking huge level, but could you, like, instead of having 5 or 6 missions that are really fucking huge and utilize the level as much as possible, could we instead have like a fuck huge level and then like 3 or 4 a bit more experimental missions on them? I think that would be interesting. Because as it is, even the smaller bonus missions are not that different from main missions. They're just a bit smaller in scope. The only ones that really stand out, like, in any of the new Hitman missions are... What do we have? We have the Vector from Patient Zero and Patient Zero itself. Those are the only missions that really stand out with something that breaks the formula. And I'd like more of that, honestly. And Hitman 2's maps don't really have that, which is a shame. And odd, because they all kind of have some gimmicks to them. Like, Miami has the racetrack gimmick where one of the targets is driving. And the whole layout of Whittleton Creek is kind of gimmicky, but at the same time it's not gimmicky enough. I'd like to see something really different. I guess IO just has to play it safe at this point, because people have their expectations at this point. They want fuck huge levels and blah blah blah. So they have to deliver the fuck huge level and a fuck huge mission. And when they do that, they have to play it safe. So throw in a few targets who are all not just evil but also assholes. All of which have like what, 5 or 6 different scripted opportunities on how to kill them. I would just like to have like, hey, this mission has one target. He does this weird thing that no other target ever does. Can we have that? Just try weird shit. And if you would have like, instead of one fuck huge mission per map, just have 3 or 4 small missions per map, you could take some risks. Maybe one of those missions turns out to be complete shit. Well, that's only 1/3 of the map wasted at that point. And maybe you learned something. Maybe it was at least interesting. Yeah. Because at this point it feels like, even though I hate how escalations are set out, like 3 levels and that shit, I don't like that system at all. It's still the one mission type that I feel like has a chance of bringing in something new. And I'm not all that optimistic about that one either. Yeah. Point is, I'll probably wait for second loop for elusives and hope that IO doesn't do any other time-limited content like Holiday Hoarders or generic name Hokkaido Mission. Because I really just don't feel like playing that game. But I think that in the long run I will want to play that game again, I just need a break. I guess the episodic or non-episodic release this time around also contributes to this. Because I've played Hitman 2 way less than I played 2016. But I'm already really tired of Hitman 2. I never got that with 2016. In 2016 I just gave up on it every now and then because a patch broke something. Now, even if the game was functioning as intended, I probably still wouldn't be bothered. Yeah, I guess that's it. On that happy note, thanks for watching!